Hey guys, Bryan here from Liquid Concepts. So today we're going to talk a little bit about Benchrest rifles. And so what we've got here is we've got a Benchrest rifle that a customer is wanting to do in a wood grain pattern. And so we've already prepped everything out. We've already got everything ready to go. Of course, we've got everything masked up where all the bedding is, and now we need to go ahead and dip it. So let's go ahead, let's show you guys a few things on dipping a Benchrest rifle stock. So that way, hopefully you can do a little bit better or get a few little tips and tricks whenever you're doing one at your shop. So let's get started. So when looking at this, there's a couple of things that we need to look at. Number one is this is a much bigger stance on the front of this part right here. And so of course, we've got the back right here. It looks totally different. Even these sides that come out, and then even just this flat area here, this flat area here. These Benchrest rifles are a little bit different. The dip is going to be a little bit of the same, but they are going to have a little bit of different technique in them, and mainly that we want to make sure that, of course, in this instance, we're going to be doing a double dip. And of course, definitely always want to do a double dip, mainly because of this big area right here. So if we was to try to just dip this straight down, as this comes up and around, you're gonna get so much stretch coming in through right here and in right here that it's almost impossible for all of that film to wrap up and around. Now, I'm not saying that it can't be done, but the amount of stretch that you're getting in this is almost just not worth it. And so that's where definitely doing a double dip is probably going to be the best results. And so just like if you've seen any of our other videos, we're gonna do a line right down the middle here, and then we're gonna do another line right down the middle, right down here. Now, some patterns will hide that better than others, but inevitably to do this with the least amount of stretch, that's gonna be about the only way that we can do this to get the best looking results. And so of course, as we dip it down either like this or like this, it's going to stretch a little bit up into here, but nowhere near what it would if we was trying to do a single dip going straight down like this. So let's go ahead, let's get all this prepped out, get it ready, and show you guys the end result. So of course, like I was saying before, we want to go ahead and have a nice tape line going all the way down through here, and we're going to try to get it right at the halfway point, so then that way whenever we go to redip it again, everything looks like more of a mold or just kind of a half and half point, which would be right down the middle of it. So now that we've got all of this all taped up, we've got everything all masked up through here, and then looks like I've missed a little spot right there, so we can just kind of mask that up there, just mainly just to keep any of the film or anything from adhering and touching any of this fresh paint that we've got right here. So same thing on the top, we just want a straight line down here, and then we just want everything to be masked off, and then of course right down the middle as best as we can. And so once we've got all of that set, then we're ready to go ahead and start dipping. And so the film that we're actually going to be using is going to be a really nice burl wood. It's our SWG 18, which is going to be a really nice burl wood like this. It does have a little bit of a gold finish to it, so gives it a little unique look to it, and you can kind of see the film does change a little bit with the base comparing to a yellow versus a brown, like you can see right here, or a light tan. So it does change a little bit, but this will look really good with this right here. So let's go ahead, let's get the film laid out and show you guys the first part of this dip. All right, so now that we've got this laid on the water, we're gonna let this sit, let it soak, and then of course we'll dip half of it and then rinse it tape up the other side, dip the other half, and then show you guys the end result. So while this is soaking, I'm gonna go ahead, make sure everything is good, make sure we don't have any bubbles or anything like that underneath here, and then we'll be ready to spray the activator. All right, now that we got the first part dipped, we'll go ahead, put this in the rinse station, let it rinse everything off, and then of course, do the same thing again for the other side, and then we'll have a fully dipped stock, which I think this thing came out really good. We've got really good coverage all the way up into here, all the way up into there, and then of course, we've got really great coverage all the way through here, even up into this right in here. The stretch is going to be very minimal coming up into here, which is exactly what we had wanted. So I would say this is definitely a really great dip. So let's go ahead and get this rinsed off. All right, so now that we've got everything all taped up again, you can see I've got a really nice line, maybe an 1/8 inch thick at the most, and we've got it following all of the line all the way around the actual stock. And so everything else is taped off on this other side. So now we can go ahead and start dipping the other side and then show you guys the end result. So now that we've got everything rinsed off, now we can take our tape off, which if we've done it correctly, which it looks like we have, this should just easily just peel right off. Now we have put this on very carefully and that just comes right off. So now that we have that, we can get all the rest of this off, spray this off with some water. But overall, this looks very nice, very good. We've got an excellent line coming right down through here, and even the same way right through here on the back, all the way up. So very, very minimal touch-ups, and looks like this came out really great. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, then definitely leave them below. We'd always love to hear from you on anything hydrographics related, as well as let me know your thoughts on how the gun stock turned out. And if you would do anything differently, always love to hear from you guys on that. Also, if you'd like to see other videos or you have any requests for videos, definitely leave them in the comments section. We'd always love to hear from you guys on new and upcoming videos that we can always do. If you're interested in any of the products that we've used on the video, then definitely check out the links in the description below. They're gonna have links to the website that has everything that you're gonna need for the hydrographics, including the tanks, the training, the film, of course, base coats, activator, everything is gonna be there. So definitely make sure that you check that out. I'm Bryan from Liquid Concepts, and this is how we customize your world. We'll see you guys next time.